Victoria's Secret. Today we are going to unravel all your dark secrets. My name is Jasmine Miguel and you are now part of the jazz community. Hi everyone, welcome back. If you are new and if this is your first time ever seeing my face, it's an honor to meet you and I hope you are here to stay. Make sure you go ahead and say jazz subscribing and join the jazz community. Today we're going to be talking about Victoria's Secret, the glitz and glam, but also the very dark part of Victoria. Just to let you all know, this video is part of a series where I'm going to be talking about businesses. I already made a video regarding TikTok. I'm gonna have the thumbnail right over here and the link in the cards and in the description box for you guys to check out that video. Okay, today's video might be super long because we have a lot of things to talk about, so let's dive in. If you have been living under a rock, you might not know what Victoria's Secret is. You might think it's literally a secret from someone named Victoria, but it's not. So Victoria's Secret is an American lingerie, clothing and beauty retailer known for high visibility marketing and branding, followed by an annual fashion show with supermodels known as Victoria's Secret's Angels. So Victoria is around 43 years old and it was founded in June 12, 1977 in San Francisco, California by a married couple. Isn't that interesting? Named Roy Raymond and Gay Raymond. However, I will say that Roy really did take the head of running this business. Now let's go ahead and talk about how Roy really got inspired to start a women's lingerie store. How did he come up with this idea? Now this is a very interesting story. So the company got its start when businessman Roy was trying to shop for lingerie for his wife. Wow, isn't that cute? Well, during his shopping experience, he felt a lot of embarrassment and felt deeply uncomfortable. A saleswoman approached him and kind of made things worse for him, and he felt a little bit more uncomfortable because the saleswoman made him feel like he didn't belong there. Now, apart from feeling very uncomfortable, he also didn't like the designs or the pattern of the lingerie they had in the store. So something to know about Roy is that he earned his master's in business administration from the Stanford Graduate School of Business in 1971. So as a businessman, he saw this entire uncomfortable experience as an opportunity for him to create a lingerie store that made men feel comfortable, and that's exactly what he did. So in 1977 he borrowed $80,000 to open Victoria's Secret as a store designed specifically to make men feel comfortable when buying lingerie for their wives. Let's talk about that number right there, $80,000. Now 50% of that came from the bank and 50% of that came from his family. That is a little bit of how Victoria's Secret started. Now let's talk about the growth of Victoria's Secret. The company earned $500,000 in its first year. Can you believe that? How many people are shopping for lingerie? Hello, am I missing out on something? Because I never shopped for lingerie until like, so that is about $500,000 in the first year. And in his first year, Roy also started a mail order catalog. Within 5 years, guys, within 5 years, Roy opened 3 more stores in the San Francisco area. So in total, in 5 years, there was 4 stores. Now talking about business growth, that is it. So within the end of those 5 years, the company's annual sales were over $4 million. So this company became a multi-million company. 4 million. Now that's just on sales though, okay? I know 4 million is a lot of money. However, I will say don't let the 4 million fool you, because we cannot forget about expenses, because what really matters is that profit, that net profit. When we do think about those $4 million they made in sales, and when we think about the expenses, Victoria's Secret was really not doing that good. That is another secret that Victoria had. A very dark, deep secret, let me tell you. Many experts said that Victoria's Secret was actually approaching bankruptcy. Bankruptcy. Every business worst nightmare. Now that Victoria's Secret is approaching bankruptcy, someone comes into the picture of Victoria's life. And this person is a very important person and plays a huge role into what Victoria's Secret has become. And this person is no one else than Leslie Wexner. Currently, right now, he is around 83 years old, and he is an American billionaire businessman. So let me go ahead and give you a very brief summary about who Leslie is and what his role has to do with Victoria's life here. Leslie was the founder of a women's sports store known as The Limited, which is now called L Brands. So Leslie, as he's living his fabulous life, one day he went into a Victoria's Secret store, and as a businessman himself, he really enjoyed the whole concept of Victoria's Secret, and he was very interested in buying the company. So Leslie made an effort to get in contact with the owner, the founder, who is Roy, and told Roy about his interest in buying Victoria's Secret. But Roy declined his offer at the time. But later on, as he approached financial issues, he decided to go ahead and sell Victoria's Secret after 5 years to L Brands in 1982. At that time, in 1982, when Victoria's Secret was sold, it was reported that he sold it for $4 million. However, later on, it was discovered that that was not true. He only sold it for $1 million. So that's a huge difference. 4 million and 1 million, that is a huge difference. And it really goes to tell how much financial issues Victoria's Secret had and how much it actually was worth. It really wasn't worth anything more than 1 million, and that's what he sold it for. Let's go ahead and talk about the relationship that Victoria's Secret now, currently right now in the year 2020, has with L Brands. So L Brands are now the parent company of multiple other companies, and I think there's around 3 of them that you are very familiar with. So L Brands is the parent company for Victoria's Secret, for Bath and Body Works, and for Pink. So Pink is a division of Victoria's Secret. That's why when you guys go to the mall, I'm pretty sure you have, and you see Victoria's Secret, right next to it is a store called Pink, because it's a division of Victoria's Secret. And when it comes to the finances of Pink, it is jointly reported with those finances of Victoria's Secret. So it is important to understand that Victoria's Secret is a subsidiary to L Brands. Now, for those of you who do not know what a subsidiary is or what a parent company is and are not familiar with those business terminology, I will try my best to help you understand. I briefly talked about this in my video with TikTok, where I talked how TikTok has a company that owns and controls TikTok, and that company is known as the parent company, and that company is called ByteDance, and I explain more on that video that I made for TikTok. However, in this video, L Brands is the parent company, or also known as a holding company, and Victoria's Secret is underneath that parent company. So Victoria's Secret is operated, owned, and controlled by L Brands. This kind of business structure is very known in a lot of multi-millionaire companies. For example, Apple. The company Apple, which I have the laptop right here, is a tech company, right? They have laptops, they have phones, but there's also Apple TV. Another example of a parent company is the Walt Disney Company, which owns ESPN, ABC, Lifetime, History, A&E, FX, Marvel Studios, and Lucasfilm. Disney owns a lot. Let me tell you that much. They own a lot of other companies. And then another parent company would be Alphabet. Alphabet owned Google, and then Google is a parent company for YouTube where you're watching this video. And then another example is Facebook. Facebook is a parent company of Instagram. So that's a brief example. So now that we have a better understanding of the relationship between L Brands and Victoria's Secret, let's go ahead and talk about the marketing and branding of Victoria's Secret. And let's go ahead and start by its name. So after hearing the story of what inspired Roy to start Victoria's Secret, you would assume that the name of his wife was Victoria, but no, her name wasn't Victoria. So how did they get this name? Now, I believe Victoria's Secret, it's a very good name for a lingerie, and let's talk about why. The first stores that opened in the year of 1977, they were designed to resemble Victorian boudoirs, which are basically how a woman's private room or bedroom looked like. It was highly influenced by no one else than Queen Victoria from the 19th century monarch. So Roy and his wife worked really hard to design the first store with a Victorian inspired style. So Victoria's Secret is a reference of Queen Victoria and the Victorian style. The name Victoria's Secret was meant to evoke the sophistication and propriety associated with Victorian era boudoirs, while alluding to the secret underneath the clothes, which we all know what that secret is, right? So now that we know what really inspired the name Victoria's Secret, let's go ahead and talk about something that really was a huge game changer for how Victoria's Secret got a lot of its brand awareness. And this really is a great example of the power that great marketing can have. And that was in the year of 1995 when they introduced their Victoria's Secret fashion show. So the company held an annual fashion show except for the years of 2004. I don't know why, but I believe in 2004 was the only year where they didn't have it. And the last Victoria's Secret show was in the year of 2018 because they canceled the show for the year of 2019, which I will explain more at the end. So the fashion show brought a lot of attention. Everyone was talking about it. All the magazines were talking about it. Social media, celebrities, fans. It was wild. The fashion show was broadcasted in television on YouTube and attracted some of the world's most famous, rich and influential people. The Victoria's Secret show worked with some of the world's most famous top models known as runaway angels. Now, some of those top models that you may know of right now might be Tyra Banks. She got super famous. I don't even know how to put that into words, but she just skyrocketed. Victoria's Secret really helped her get that stardom. Another person is Andrea Lima. We have Bella Hadid, Gigi Hadid, and Kendall Jenner. So the fashion show is very much known for the beautiful lights, the beautiful runway, the designs, the lingerie, the collection, and the live performances of celebrities. They also incorporated very fancy elements such as the angel wings. Boy, I remember watching some of these, and some of those wings they will have are insane. It was just breathtaking. So now that we dived in a little bit to their marketing, their name, and the fashion show, let's go ahead and talk about how Victoria's Secret has affected society and how society has really responded to the ways they would show themselves. So just like the fashion show brought a lot of brand awareness, a lot of hype to Victoria's Secret and their collections, it also brought a lot of negative taste to the brand when talking about beauty and body image. The societal norms defining beauty and sexiness have changed throughout the years, with the greater value and attention on a wide range of body types, skin colors, and also gender identities. Victoria's Secret seemed like a company that didn't really want to adapt to the standard of beauty that was changing within its industry. And there was also a lot of negative conversations regarding the campaigns it would launch, saying that it was showing more of a stereotypical male fantasy. So not long ago, I'm pretty sure you guys might recall this, but in 2018, the chief marketing officer of Victoria's Secret by the name of Edward Razzak, he made a comment that made people go very mad on the internet. And that was when he expressed no interest in casting plus size models or transactional models in the fashion show. Let me know in the comment section below if you remember any of this, and also how do you see Victoria's Secret's brand? How do you see the store? Do you feel like it's very inclusive? Do you feel very comfortable to go shop for yourself and treat yourself with some clothes, with some lingerie? Let me know in the comment section below, because I'm very, very curious. So we're going to move on and talk about a lot of the dark side about Victoria's Secret and a lot of the secrets that were going on within this company. I'm going to go ahead and split this up between three very important people. I'm going to go ahead and start with the chief marketing officer, which we recently talked about. His name is Edward Razzak. Now, he is one of the top executives of L Brands, and he was the chief marketing officer. As the chief marketing officer, he was instrumental in selecting the brand supermodels. There was a lot of supermodels out there that their dreams was to be part of the Victoria's Secret fashion show. And Edward, as the chief marketing officer, he had a huge say on who would be part of the runaway show. However, HR did receive a lot of complaints about his behavior. A lot of witnesses shared that he would often remind models that their careers are in his hands. So he seemed pretty manipulative with some models, making them do things that maybe they wouldn't normally do if he didn't pressure them. Some people would say that he had a very toxic masculinity in him. HR received a lot of repetitive complaints about inappropriate conduct, how he tried to kiss models, he would ask them to sit on his lap, and he would even ask models to have a private dinner with him in his house or in another fancy location. A witness did speak up that in the latest Victoria's Secret fashion show in the year of 2018, that he actually touched a model's private area. Because he had a lot of power and influence on who gets to run on the fashion show, a lot of models were a little bit hesitant on complaining about his behavior because they were afraid of facing retaliation, which many of them actually did. Now we're going to go ahead and move on to the second person, and this person, you might have heard about him because his story and his actions just went crazy on the internet, and his name is Jeffrey Epstein. Hopefully I'm saying his last name right, but I'm gonna put a picture here of him. So this is Jeffrey, and he, even though he wasn't, I believe he wasn't a direct employee of L Brands or Victoria's Secret, he was known as a financer, and he managed Leslie's multi-billion-dollar fortune. However, it is known that he played a very negative role within the Victoria's Secret brand because he would lure a lot of young women to his home, saying that he's a model recruiter for Victoria's Secret, which was not true. He would invite a lot of these young aspiring models to his home or to private places and make them perform things to his wants. And at least twice of these auditions ended with him assaulting the models, according to the women that spoke out and the court filings. In the year of 2008, he was charged with sex trafficking. And because of his close ties with Victoria's Secret had some business problems that escalated into a public crisis. He pleaded guilty and he served 13 months in prison and was later released and granted permission to work. So let's go ahead and fast forward to the year of 2019. So last year in July, Jeffrey was arrested on charges in conspiracy to engaging in sex trafficking. So it definitely seems like he didn't learn his first time in jail in the year of 2008. He definitely did not learn. This is disgusting. He denied all charges, but he was also denied bail, thanks God. Before I move on to what I'm gonna say next, I do want to give a trigger warning right here that we are gonna be talking about suicide. So if that is a topic that is very sensitive for you, I recommend for you to skip a couple of minutes. So unfortunately, Jeffrey committed suicide in jail on August 10, 2019 while he awaited trial on federal sex trafficking charges. Something that is very interesting is that there is actually a Netflix show about all the horrible things that he has done to a lot of young girls and women. I'm gonna put a picture right here. You guys can find it on Netflix. Now let's go ahead and move on to the third person. Now this is no one else than Rochelle James. Rochelle James was one of Victoria's Secret's go-to photographers. The company at times would even pay him tens of thousands of dollars a day, according to draft contracts reviewed by the Times. So let's just say he got paid really well. He was one of the top photographers. However, it is said that at the end of every photo shoot sessions with the models, he would sometimes ask the models if they were okay with doing a nude photo shoot. This is a huge red flag because the nude photo shoots weren't covered under the models' contracts with Victoria's Secret. So that meant that they weren't paid for the extra work. So why was he asking them if he can take pictures of them nude, naked, if that wasn't part of the job? That had nothing to do with their roles with Victoria's Secret. However, there is a good amount of women that did agree to do it. In 2014, Rochelle published a glossy collector's book called Angels, which featured some of the nude photos. The women did agree to have their photos included in the box, according to James' lawyer. However, there were some major issues with how the nude pictures were being used. Some models did complain to Victoria's Secret that their nude pictures were being used in the Victoria's Secret stores without their consent. When this complaint got to James, James also complained about it as if he didn't know, which is clear that someone was messing around with the nude pictures, and James would make it seem like he genuinely didn't know that the pictures were used in the store, which I find very irresponsible, especially because he's the one that's taking those pictures. However, the company did cooperate and took out those pictures. So that was just a very brief summary of these three men. There's a lot of other complaints, a lot of other crazy sexual conducts and complaints that HR has received, but that's just a nutshell. Now let's go ahead and talk about the founders. When it comes to his wife, there isn't much to say. Honestly, it seems like she's very private, but when it comes to Roy, there are some stuff to talk about. So he was born in April 15, 1947 in Connecticut. He had two beautiful children with his wife, a boy and a girl. After selling Victoria's Secret to L Brands for $1 million, he started multiple businesses, but they all failed. He had to file for bankruptcy, which is a company's worst nightmare. It got really bad and intense for them that both of them lost their house and their vehicles. In the year of 1990, they filed for divorce. Because of his failure in business and other personal problems, he was suffering from depression. I'm going to pause right here again and give you guys a trigger warning. I'm going to be talking about suicide, so if you're sensitive to that, please skip for a couple of minutes. So on August 26, 1993, Roy ended his life by jumping off the Golden Gate Bridge. He was last seen walking towards the bridge, and hours afterward, his body was found by the Coast Guard near the Marin County shoreline. Investigators concluded that he had jumped off the bridge. His ex-wife stated that she believed that he suffered from depression following a series of business failures. So to conclude this video, let's talk about the future of Victoria's Secret and what it might look like. Well, One thing for sure is that Victoria's Secret is working on completely changing their brand. The sales have been declining and Victoria's Secret has been closing stores. Shares of L brand have fallen more than 75% from their 2015 peak. And the Victoria's Secret fashion show is officially canceled because they want to evolve the marketing of its signature lingerie brand. It looks like they are closing down a lot of stores and they are making a lot of changes to the marketing. So hopefully if they do ever relaunch a fashion show, hopefully it's a little bit more evolved. With that being said, guys, thank you very much for sticking with this video. I know this video was long. There were so many things that I talked about, and if you're interested in showing your support for me doing more videos like this, make sure you guys go ahead and comment, subscribe, like, share this video. And if you guys want to support me financially so I can make more videos like these, go ahead and click on the link in the description. There's going to be a link right there where you can support. Also, quickly, I want to say go ahead and follow me on my Instagram at Jasmine Miguel. That's where I always do a poll and you guys decide what company you want me to do next. And with that being said, remember to keep on jazzing and stay in touch. Adios.